Disclaimer. The footage you are about to see contains scenes of real science using real scientific instruments. I, PCG Random, have no affiliation with Rudy or Alpha Investments. At some point I start calling PCG PGS. This is an error on my part that I am too lazy to correct. No Rudys were harmed in the making of this video. Like and subscribe, y'all.
Oh, hey, didn't see you there. Today I've got something really special for you. You all know Rudy from Alpha Investments. Apparently, he owns a grading company called PCG, and he owns 69% share. Why 69%? Guess. Well, today I got my hands all over his slab, and I'm not letting go until we know how it performs. Hey, my eyes are up here. Eyes up here, please. So let's get to the lab. Oh, yeah, you don't have legs. Sorry.
One of the most requested slabs of the channel is finally here. The design is very PSA-like, but without the cheap-looking matte finish near the borders. It also sports a nice-looking internal design and a quality laser-etched metal label displaying the subgrades of the card with corresponding half-circle bars. The Flawless 10 grade claims a gold-plated metal label. I emailed to try to get a sample to test that claim, but I got no response. Rudy, if you're watching, and I know you are, have your people call my people. There is an internal sleeve which is going to cause a loss of points later, but Rudy's slabs feel solid and hefty in the hand. Very little flex in the polymer. The welds seem solid, if a little sloppy, but I'd rather have sloppy and sealed over clean and exposed to the environment. Tag! It's tough to tell if the weld continues up past the card chamber, but our testing should give us the answer. Thickness comes out to a good, girthy 8.02 millimeters. Length is similar to PSA, but Rudy has an almost 2 millimeter advantage. Congrats. As for mass, 73.54 grams as compared to a 44.02 gram PSA slab. It is certainly heftier than it looks. Off to the first test, durometer. This measurement essentially tells us how soft the plastic is. Cool spin move. Aww. Harder plastics will resist scratching and dinging better. Wow! We are looking at an 84.2. That's pretty high. That puts PCG in second place between TAG and CGC. UV test time. I already know we will likely see some internal sleeve issues. Off you go through the playground of cancer. Oh, don't be shy. It'll be fine. On the way out, there are no obvious signs of damage other than the inner sleeve wrinkling, and it isn't horrible. Here's the before. Here's the after. No card damage, no yellowing like the foreign slabs, and no label damage. After tallying up the points from the round, PCG is still in a solid 5th place. On to the real challenge, humidity. Here we go, little Rudy, my sweet, sweet boy. You're just gonna go in for a little nap. Don't talk back! I'm so sorry, my sweet prince. You're gonna do great. Good night. Time to wake up, Rudy Patootie. Wake up! Now that we are back in normal light, we can see if any moisture managed to sneak its way in. I don't see anything in either chamber on the front. Similarly, the back is dry too. Nothing in the label chamber, nothing in the card chamber. No evidence of any slight penetration on the edges. I guess this thing is sealed tight. This is the first slab in a while that actually passed the test. I am just trying to see where the weld is towards the top chamber. It must be on the sealing face because it's just clear slab from the side. Don't give me that look, Rudy Poo. I said I was sorry. You did so well. With 2 tests left to go, PGS has risen to 3rd place, pushing TAG into 4th. Next, the crack force test. It's still anyone's game. Let's remove the durometer tool and bolt on our trusty force gauge. We need to plug that sucker in. This probably isn't important. And we are ready to go. Very carefully, we place Rudy's slab under the pointy bits. Starting with the label chamber, we get an overload. Testing on a corner. Oof. That's a very low score. Let's see how the edge does after switching to the wedge tip. This one's gonna hurt a little. Wow. Overload and cracked straight in half. Let's do a second test to verify. A second overload, but no cracking this time.
Hello. At least I didn't crack from slight overhandling. Right, Tag?
Right! Despite the one low result on the corner, performance was still pretty good. This shoots to 1st place. Are we finally gonna dethrone TAG? Disassembly will be pretty easy, but I actually can't pull the faceplates apart with my hands. TAG! Some scissor blades do the trick and we can see the actual welds. Whoa! Those welds are thick and continuous. Maybe the thickest welds we have seen from a slab so far. Here's the label. It is in fact metal. And here are the welds on the other half. They're just as impressive. Time to warm up the transmittance meter for our final test, the clarity test. Once warmed up, we will put the front plate in front of the light and slide it around until we can find the highest repeatable number. We're looking at about 90.37%, which is the second highest of all our tested slabs. For the final score, we have a tie for first place. Based on the data, and the way I chose to do this test in the beginning, it is a tie. Practically speaking, PGS blows everything else out of the water. Had the inner sleeve not been there, that's 5 points higher. Had the one corner not cracked early, that's another few points higher. The hefty weld and passing the humidity test is much better than TAG's sorry excuse for a seal that they don't really seem interested in fixing. I might go as far to say that of all the slabs we have tested so far, PGS is the only one I would trust to protect my cards. This should be the standard instead of PSA. Only we as consumers can make that happen. Unless, of course, the flawless tin does not have a real gold coating. So send me one to see.